we have the honor and privilege of having Mr. Mark Baer, who shall take us through the legal frameworks for investments in Dubai. Investments are the core of it all, and legal frameworks which support and nurture them for insurmountable importance. It gives stability and sincerity to the cause and make it epic. Decorated with the Order of the British Empire, Mark Baer is the Chief Executive and Registrar of the Dubai International Financial Center. From the top-of-the-line, delightful abstract vision to that of a concrete brass tacks, Dubai has it all. Let me call upon Mark to make this keynote address.
Am I on? Am I on? Excellent. Good morning, everyone. They've asked me to speak to you for about 20 minutes or so about the law, which is about as much as anyone can take. So I thought I might start with a lawyer joke. Are there any lawyers in the room? All right, great. You'll like this one. Three surgeons are sat around a table, and they're debating who are the best patients. And the first doctor said, "Oh, it's very clear," he said. "It's very clear the best patients are electricians." Why? Well, because all the wires are color-coded. You see where they lead. Very easy to be a surgeon with an electrician. So the next surgeon said, no. The best patients are plumbers. So they said, why? She said, well, it's obvious the best patients are plumbers, because not only are all of the wires color-coded, but all of the plumbing is nicely connected and labeled. Third surgeon says, no, you've both got it wrong. The best patients for surgery are lawyers. Why, they said. No heart, no guts, and the two holes are interchangeable. The World Education Summit. My goodness, what a title. And I hope you all feel enormously proud to be part of the World Educational Summit. What an incredible thing. In Dubai, in the Middle East, the World Educational Summit in the Middle East. What would Donald Trump say? Huh? Extraordinary. And it was the same reaction when 5,000 lawyers from around the world came to Dubai in 2011. For the first time ever when they came to the Middle East, they came to Dubai. International Bar Association. And the same reaction when the world's courts came to Dubai in 2013. Why did they come to Dubai? Because Dubai is different. And we'll explore that. Who am I to be standing here talking to you, some of the world's leading professionals in education? Well, I've been a lawyer pretty much all of my life, 20 years I think this year. I started working for a law firm. I then went to work for an American multinational, and they asked me to look after 92 of the least attractive countries in the world, in the large part, with a lot of problems, which I did. But in 2008, I got a call saying, would you like to build a court system, something that's never been done before? And I said, I would absolutely love to. And so I joined the DIFC courts, the Dubai International Financial Center courts. What do I know of education? Well, I've been a governor of some of the leading not-for-profit schools here in Dubai. I remain a governor of a school called Dubai College. Who knows Dubai College? Excellent. #1 British international school in the world. #1 here in Dubai. On comparative data, that is against co-ed schools in the UK, it would be #6 in the UK, 6 in the UK on academic results in Dubai. So I've been involved a bit in education. I also chaired the British Business Group for 4 years. We went from a gentleman's club, sorry ladies, that's what it was, to a global British Business Group, which was recognized by the Daily Telegraph in the UK as the world's leading business group, for which I was very delighted for the Queen to give me the honor that was mentioned earlier, both for business and for justice. So a bit of a foot in both camps. And I came here in 1997, when this was sand. Literally, we would be sitting on sand. And I saw the implementation of what I call a diversification strategy, which started in 1985. That's an important date for Dubai. 1985, a vital date for Dubai, because in 1985, for the first time in the history of Dubai, oil revenues were less than 50% of GDP and falling. So there was a diversification strategy. Jebel Ali Free Zone was dredged and is now the second leading container port in the world. In which year? 1985. Emirates Airline was set up in? Ah, brilliant. And the idea behind the diversification strategy was to become a hub, a global hub. And to become a global hub, it's really easy. You've got to do three things. You've got to move goods, things, Jebel Ali Port. You've got to move people, Emirates Airlines. And you've got to move the money to pay for the goods and the people, the financial center, the financial process, what you might call the diversification strategy. Now, 98% of factoids given in presentations are made up. So I think I've got these right. The financial center has 22 of the world's top 25 banks and 9 of the top 10 insurers in the world. So it's done okay. Emirates Airlines, anyone fly it? It's all right, huh? I think it's number 1 now. And Jebel Ali is number 2. So that strategy's gone well. But what happened in the mid-2000s? It's what I call the sustainable strategy began. Sustainable because you cannot build a society of 200, I think Dr. Abdullah said 200 nationalities. You cannot build a society of 200 nationalities without solid foundations. And what are the 3 foundations that build a society? Education, KHDA, 2006. Dr. Abdullah, what you have done to education has been absolutely transformative, and it has allowed this emirate to become what it is today. And we all owe you a huge debt of gratitude to you and your team. So the first pillar, education, 2006. The next pillar, health. Dubai Health Authority, 2007. And the last of the 3 pillars on which any society that wishes to build a skyscraper has to have, justice. Education for our children, healthcare for our families, safety and security. Justice, 2008, formation, really the get-go of the courts in which I work. Today, ladies and gentlemen, the financial centre courts are ranked as one of the top 3 commercial courts in the world in 7 years. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Dubai's commitment to the future. The diversification strategy of 85 and what I call the sustainability strategy of the mid-2000s. And over the next 2 days, you're going to hear some incredible information. You're going to hear of things like a 3-year payback on investment in education. Whoa. Returns of 15 to 20%. Demand conservatively at 5% growth a year, although if you look historically at Dubai demand for education, it's at about 7.5% since 2003. And you're going to hear about a business which is inflation and recession proof. And you're going to say, this is incredible. And there's going to be a niggle back here, niggle. Is it safe? All right, some of you are nodding. Is it safe? Will the magic, Dr. Shetty, how are you? Will the magic that you bring to Dubai, will the magic that you bring, we lawyers call that intellectual property. Will the magic that you bring to Dubai be protected? Will the staff that work here in Dubai be protected? Will the investment that you bring to Dubai be protected? Will your promises and those made to you, will they be upheld? Is it safe? If you have a problem, will you get the right answer quickly and cheaply? If you have a problem, will you get the right answer quickly and cheaply? Is it safe? Is there influence? Is there corruption? Does it matter who you're dealing with? Can government intervene behind the scenes? Is it safe? And these are the questions that you'll be asking yourself, I would hope. And I'm delighted to say it is safe. And I know this because some years ago an American came to court and we were talking about investment in the Middle East. Now, is there any Americans here? If so, I'll apologize straight away for my attempt to do an American accent. Okay? But he walked in and he said, "Gee," he said, "I love this place." So I said, "Oh, very good." And he spoke about the clients he'd acted for. They turned me off. Obviously, my accent was that bad. Am I back on now? Excellent. Apologies. So short. He said, the problem with the Middle East, if you're an investor, is you go into it a lamb and you come out of it a sausage. Right? I mean, I like the way he put it. Sorry about the accent. I like the way he put it. He spoke of fear. He spoke of a lack of trust. He spoke of a lack of certainty. He spoke of a lack of security. Take the example of a school. Imagine a school in which people don't have faith. Imagine a school in which parents don't feel their children are secure. Imagine a school in which there's no certainty of outcome. Good school, bad school. Imagine a society in which the perception was the same. So how do we engender, how do we create a spirit of trust, of familiarity, of certainty, of safety, of independence, an acknowledgement of the importance of the rule of law to all that you do? And that, in a sense, led to the creation of the Dubai International Financial Center courts. And I'll describe it by way of using 4 E's, because it's education. The first E is we're English language. How many people here, put your hand up if you contract and your contracts are written in English? Yeah, 80% of the contracts around the world are written in English. So when looking at them, it is important for judges to read English. So we're English speaking. The second E is efficiency. People don't want to wait for an answer. Give us the right answer quickly and cheaply. That's the mantra. Give us the right answer quickly and cheaply. But help us to settle our problems. Do not create a bigger problem. 92% of our cases settle amicably. And our average claim, our average case size, is 82 million US dollars. 300 million dirhams. We had 5.6 billion filed last year, 92% amicably resolved. You may say, I'm not anywhere going to be doing business like that, 82 million US dollars. Don't worry, we have a small claims as well. 90% of those are resolved within 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Efficiency of justice. Excellence. Our judges, they come from all around the world. From Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, former Chief Justice of Malaysia, for any Malaysians in here, former Chief Justice of Malaysia is one of our judges. From the UK and from the UAE. 350 years of judicial experience there to help guide cases along. We're committed to service and we're 24/7 because you're 24/7. First court in the UAE to have a woman as a judge. We're enormously proud of that because other courts in the region have now followed suit. First court in the UAE to have a small claims process to help the SME sector and employees. No lawyers, it's private, and 90% are resolved in 4 weeks. First court in the Middle East to implement a pro bono scheme to help those who can't afford legal representation. Excellence is the third E. Excellence in what we do. English, efficiency, and excellence. And the last, but perhaps the most significant point, is enforcement. I promise to give you $1 million. Contract or not? Even if it is, how do you get the money off me? The first chapter of any book on contract, for those of you who have had the misfortune to read one, starts offer and acceptance. Utter rubbish. The first chapter of any book on contract should be enforcement, because if the contract can't be enforced, it's not a valid, binding, usable contract. No court is more connected than the DIFC courts. You can take our judgments anywhere in this region by treaty, to the United States via New York, to Europe via London, to East Africa via Kenya, to Eurasia via Kazakhstan, to Singapore, to Australia. So you get an English language, efficient, excellent, enforceable resolution of disputes. So I want you to remember as you're listening over the next few days to talk of huge opportunity, vast opportunity. I want you to remember this, if you don't mind. And for those on their Blackberries, if you could just look up at the back. What Dubai offers you, in addition to the opportunity, is a legal system which is fair, accessible, and efficient. Fair, accessible, and efficient. It's there to protect you. It's there to protect your magic. It's there to protect your people. And most of all, it's there to protect your investment in the future of Dubai. Thank you very much.